Okay. Would you guys be willing to answer some questions on your opinion?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm asking unbiased questions.
Not interested tonight, but thanks.
Okay. It's a praying mantis. You want to see it? Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought I'd break the tension in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Most praying mantises, you're good.
Yeah, okay. So, how do you feel about abortion? Or just like how the government controls what businesses can and can't be in a city, stuff like that. How do you feel about that?
So with two questions. So abortion, I am a Christian. So one of my personal held beliefs is that at conception, the baby, or I know has a soul. So obviously there's terrible situations where, such as rape, which I know makes us a very small amount, but things like, or mother's health. I think there's questions there, but as far as generally speaking, I feel very strongly against that just because of the life. However, I do think there's still a call for people, if you are pro-life, to adopt and foster, because there's a lot of mothers who are not able to take care of the baby. So that's something we do. My sister's fosters. They have 3 foster children. So I think that's important. That's why I come to these events. You can't just put it on Facebook, try to be a internet activist but it's also about love.
This is art. Do you have anything to say on abortion? So how do you feel about abortion and like how it affects society and stuff like that? Really just go off on abortion with your opinion.
Yeah. The issue is not how I feel about abortion. The feelings aren't the issue. The question is whether or not it is just and right to kill an innocent human being. And I think that the answer to that is very clear. Abortion is the unjust murder of an innocent human being. So I think abortion affects us in very negative ways because it cheapens human life. But even if it didn't cheapen life for the rest of us, it would still be worth preserving the rights of the unborn because they're made in the image of God.
Yeah, you guys see this? This is tearing apart America. Yeah. This is responsible for all the problems. I'm here to ask all sides how they believe.
Aren't you a side? You don't have a side?
Well, I'm not here. Well, that's not why I'm here, ma'am.
So how do you feel?
But that's not the point. I'm here to show.
Point, because we're all in this together, aren't we?
Ma'am, I'm here to show both sides how both sides feel. I don't understand what you want from me, ma'am. I would become biased. I'm trying
You
to.
have to be biased if you. So you're saying you don't care about either way?
I never said that. I'm just trying to remain unbiased because I want to show both sides, like how the other side feels.
Unbiased if you have an opinion, but you're just not expressing your opinion.
All right.
How does that make you unbiased?
I appreciate your participation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think about abortion? Is it moral? Is it okay for governments to mandate what is okay in terms of abortion facilities? How do you feel about that?
Well, abortion is essentially murder of a defenseless baby. The baby can't do anything about it. They're going to become a person in the future, and they don't get that chance. So, if the governments can regulate murder, they can regulate abortion.
Do you guys have an opinion?
I have tons of opinions.
Oh yeah? On literally anything. It doesn't have to be abortion.
I think pineapple is a good topping for pizza. That's my opinion. You can disagree.
Hi. What is your outfit? Who are you representing today?
I'm a praying mantis, and
Are you saying that the women here are eating their husbands? Is that what you're implying?
yes, I am implying that. Yeah. It's.
Because abortion is a double standard.
Oh no! I meant it in the. Hold on! You're trying to get me political. No, I see where you're going. So, what's your opinion on abortion or how the government can control it?
I think ultimately it's God's choice, and God created man from conception, not from coming out of the womb. But if you'd like, I'll argue the other way too. So, Yeah, on the flip side, I could see people's points, my body, my choice, but that doesn't hold much water anymore with today's society, so they can't really say that. But I also understand a woman's prerogative, but it's hard for me to argue this point because I know the facts on both sides and also know what the Bible says. So just to play the devil's advocate, though, I don't think anybody should be able to tell a woman what she can or cannot do with her body. Unless there's another woman inside it, and then you're kind of stuck. But nobody ever talks about that, do they? I can't do it, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, you tried.
I tried.
That's all that matters. Thank you. I need a media badge. Yeah, you want to fist bump me? Yeah. Anyone got an opinion that is of the other side of the majority of this room? Because I'd like to hear both sides. Anyone? Man, this is a really one-sided place, isn't it?
Roe v. Wade is still a thing. I don't know how Salina can try to do this when it goes against the Constitution, when it goes against a Supreme Court ruling. Yes, it's my body. It should be my choice. Why should a bunch of old white dudes get to tell me what to do with my body?
If it's my choice, the choice should be made in the bedroom and not in the operating room.
Rebuttal time.
So what about the choice when somebody is raped or molested? Where's that choice? That was taken away from the woman in that instance.
There's plenty of adoption agencies available.
That's a counterpoint. Do you have
So you would make a woman, a girl, if it's a molestation case or something, you'd make them suffer for 9 months, go through that heartbreak, that horror of carrying something they don't want, something forced upon them. I believe in adoption. If that's a choice, that should be your choice. But it's a choice. It's the person's body that's going through that. The person has to carry that to term. It should be her choice. Rape, molestation, that was no choice.
I'm very passionate about this, and you have no idea what you're talking about with rape. Because
I was
there
molested. Did I have a choice in that?
Hey, how many people have been?
So you're saying that if that had resulted in a pregnancy, I should suffer for 9 months to carry that unwanted fetus that I didn't plan on, don't want?
Does it change the fact that you were raped? Does it change
But it changes
anything?
the outlook of my life. It changes.
And so it changes the outlook of the life you've conceived as well, correct?
It's not a life until it comes out.
It's a life at conception.
It's a bundle of cells at conception.
Well, maybe you could have a birth control instead of an abortion.
If you're raped or molested, you're 5 years old, birth control is like an option? I don't think so.
God's in charge.
You can't conceive at 5 years old anyway.
If you choose to believe in God.
I will pray for you.
Please do. Please do. Fuck. That would be fun.
Do you know how much pain a little baby goes through when their arms are ripped out
What about the
and
woman's
their head is
pain?
ripped off? That hurts.
What about the woman's pain?
I'm just talking about the baby's pain.
Yeah, because women aren't people, just babies.
No, we never said women aren't people.
But you're taking away a woman's choice.
Both, in a sense, with the risk of what it could cause her life to end in the process.
You don't think it's going to you don't think it's going to take women's lives away if they abolish abortion? We go back to back alley abortions.
That's not what I answered. I said that the woman's life is put to risk when she is going through with that abortion.
Not in a medical facility with doctors and nurses and
things can always go wrong.
Things can go wrong in birth too.
But it's not the woman's choice.
God's in charge.
May I ask a question of
And
you?
one thing, what about when you have a surrogate mother and they take the baby, the embryo from one and put it in another? How is that her baby to decide? It isn't. It was the lady that had the baby before her.
I don't don't think anybody going through surrogacy is going to opt for abortion unless there's a life-threatening problem.
I'm saying the baby has rights.
If you're going through all that money, for one thing, for surrogacy, it's a lot of money. Why would you go to abortion? Why would you abort that if you've already gone through all the steps to like surrogate or?
Why would you abort a beautiful baby that the Lord has given you to begin with?
There is no fucking God.
There is a God that helped my children enter this world.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the medical science behind it.
Buttholes have opinions. Hey, we should ask this police officer. Water is good for you. That's good water.
I'm a member of the Satanic Temple, and if they're going to bring their religion into it, then I'm going to bring mine. My own will is my own will alone. It belongs to nobody else, and they shouldn't have opinions on that. And that's about it. And if they're going to bring religion, I am illegally and religiously allowed to have an abortion if I so choose, and so should anybody else. And that's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you for collecting your thoughts. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Come on.
Why are you here?
I'd like to get responses from both sides, or at least I'd just like to document this from an unbiased perspective and just show what really went down here at this event.
How do we get unity?
By showing both sides that we're all human.
Okay, but if one side says we believe in death of babies and one side says we want life, how do you propose we get unity?
That's not for me to figure out. I'm unbiased. I'm unbiased.
So would you stand in the middle of the road?
I'm unbiased.
Hey, so why do you think people here wear masks?
Here?
Why do you think people are wearing masks?
They don't want COVID.
So they're trying to protect other people that are vulnerable? Is that what they're trying to do by wearing a mask?
It is probably their intention, I'd assume.
I find it interesting that people who are for abortion and protecting vulnerable people, right, isn't the baby the most vulnerable thing in our society? So I just find that very interesting to think about. So, it seems hypocrisy at its finest, personally.
Yeah. The thought processes, yeah. See, I got to come up with more of like unbiased, finisher phrases.
Something to think about.
Well, that's something to think about. So, how do you feel about abortion, and maybe like how it should be run by municipalities and stuff like that? How do you feel about that?
I think abortion is the taking of an innocent life, and it's a separate life from the mother. And sometimes it has to start at the bottom, not at the top, because sometimes the ones at the top aren't doing the right thing. So you take it at the local level, perfectly okay to do that. And so we're here to support this being a sanctuary city because we love babies. We think all lives matter, especially babies' lives that have no way to fight for themselves. So thank you for asking.
All right. I think this is done.